Japanese cookery is some of the most technical on the planet. So we've asked our 3 normal home cooks who are trying to raise up to chef level to pick a technical, complex Japanese recipe, to go away and research it, practice it, and today, nail it. Boys, what are you cooking?
Today, I'm going to attempt to make the viral sensation that is omu rice. That rice dish with that unbelievable omelette that sits on top of the rice that you then slit open and it reveals a gooey, marvellous, indulgent, eggy centre.
Like bright yellow.
Bright yellow.
Yeah.
1 or 2 degrees not enough, you got raw egg. 1 or 2 degrees too much, you've cooked your egg. We want perfect.
I am attempting a Japanese souffle cheesecake. That wobbly, jiggly, airy, incredible thing that we've all seen. And basically every single step requires precision. And if any one of those steps doesn't have precision, the whole thing will be deflated, myself and the cheesecake.
Stop!
He's printed out most of Nottingham Forest.
That's it.
Whereas Evers, I'm going for the viral sensation that is kronigiri, or croissant onigiri.
Oh dear.
Put together. So croissants baked into the shape of onigiri, the triangle, filled with a beautiful tuna filling, and then topped off a little bit of seaweed on the outside. Yeah, should be good.
Well, boys, kanpeki ni suri.
What does that mean?
Make it perfect.
Oh!
First of all, I've got to get my croissants shaped and then baking in the oven. Now, we don't have 3 days, so I am cheating a little bit with just roll croissant dough. It's already been made. I just need to shape it, get it baking, and I can move on to my filling.
So the beginning of this cheesecake starts with the cheesecake batter. So that's cream cheese, butter, double cream, and a tiny bit of salt, whisking till it's nice and smooth and warmed through.
Now, we haven't done a normal versus normal versus normal battle for a while. I quite like the fact they've actually put some effort into researching and even, to some extent, practicing.
Every day this week, the family have been having about 3 or maybe 4 omelettes each on average. All of these ingredients aren't going into everything. I'm just prepping things ready to when I start stir frying my rice dish. The sauce is a big component of omu rice. Most people at home will just use ketchup or tonkotsu on top of it. But a lot of people will use demi-glaze. And again, that's either usually from a can or they'll quickly make it in the microwave with a couple of ingredients. I wanted to make this the most luxurious version, so I've got veal juice, beef jus, and chicken jus in there. Reducing that down, going to make a quick roux to thicken it out, and then hopefully that'll be beautifully silky to pour over the end of the dish, but also through the rice as well.
Where's the pinch point in yours, Mike?
I'd like to know where the pinch point isn't, to be perfectly honest. This is all about air. So as it rises, it becomes super fluffy, browning on the top and not collapsing in the oven. So I've done so much research and seen so many videos of different people attempting this that I've kind of taken the techniques to address some of those things.
Yeah, essentially making almost like a foam that traps air, and then as you put it in the oven, the air expands as it heats. That's the rise. At the same time, it's got to set from the eggs, the proteins, but also the flours, so that it traps the air in. If one happens too quickly, or the other doesn't happen at all, it collapses.
I'm putting the croissant dough into a triangular mould, so as it bakes and it expands, it will keep that shape. Baking paper, baking tray, and a massive heavy pan on top so that it doesn't leach over the sides when it cooks.
Since separating, I can still see a little bit of white, which we do not want. But then we also don't want any yolk going in there, so.
So what was that? That was an instant thought process that panicked.
Yeah.
And then you weighed out your egg yolks, and now you've lost half of the egg yolk into the sieve holes.
Well, you say weighed, 6 yolks. And then we're going to sift in flour and corn flour.
Now, every good onigiri needs a filling, and there are tons of different fillings to choose from. I'm taking my inspiration from some of the most popular ones that I saw online, so I'm going for tuna, Kewpie mayo, and wasabi.
You mixed this all up and you've already confused me.
Headers and footers, please.
I'm trying to say very Japanese, no, stuff it, more very Ebbers in the way I prep things. And so I'm thinking ahead, getting all of my veg done first, prepped mise en place, chicken last because that would ruin the board. Then I can clear all that down and get ready to do my stir fry and finish off my demi-glaze.
A star already.
Now for another crucial step, a meringue.
Whisk 'em, Mike, don't tickle them.
There's a reason. 1 minute whisking until foamy. This was repeated through multiple videos and recipes that I'd seen. Then adding lemon juice, which is going to stabilise the proteins in the egg and therefore mean it traps more air into the finished meringue, which is critical before it gets added to my batter.
Squeeze of lemon juice, or in a lot of old traditional recipes in the UK, you'd have seen cream of tartar can go in because it does a similar thing. The acid helps stabilise the egg whites.
And then I'm gradually adding caster sugar until we reach firm peaks.
Filling: tuna, wasabi, Kewpie mayo, toasted sesame oil, soy sauce, some sesame seeds, mixed all together into a piping bag, and we'll pipe that into our kronigiri once they're out of the oven and cool down a little bit.
You guys can be the judge. We'll put a playlist to some of the other three-way normal battles, and you can see how much they've improved, changed, grown up, and where sabotage has become respect. Maybe. We'll see.
Oh, my arm is so sore.
As part of the research for this, Mike, we said to ourselves, we're gonna deep dive.
Yeah.
And we're gonna practice.
So have you not made this?
I've not made this. This is my first attempt. Right, meringue is at firm peaks. It's now got to be folded into the batter without losing any of that air.
Now, which way do you do it, Mike? Egg yolk into dairy or dairy into egg white?
Meringue into the dairy. So I think it's looking good. We put a third of the mixture in first, and then we use a whisk to slowly fold it in without losing any of that air. And the reason you add the third of the meringue at this point is to basically make the whole mixture more airy instead of just dumping it all in at once.
Not cooked, back in.
Demi-glaze being a traditional French mother sauce, I guess.
It needs to be thickened.
And therefore the roux being the same thing. The other option would be a beurre Meunier you add into the liquid rather than the liquid into the roux.
Now for the topping, I'm going for cream cheese, togarashi, and sweet corn. I'll pop that into a piping bag so I can get that out on top.
So I've got a springform cake tin, and this has been reinforced more than an army vehicle. I've lined it with baking parchment, because if this sticks, it's all going to pot. And I've also put tin foil around it, because once I've filled this, we're going to fill this tray full of hot water. So when it goes into the oven, it's going to kind of steam and bake at the same time.
Exactly that, nice bain-marie.
Demi-glaze is very meaty. Now I'll make it a bit more fruity and season it. Tomato ketchup. Salt.
Soy.
Thanks, but you know what I mean. It's doing the job of, it's salty.
It is, but wetter.
Yeah.
So a lot of the videos I saw were using a chopstick to make these circular motions. And that way, because the chopstick is so thin, it's getting rid of all those air bubbles.
I've done a little julienne of pickled daikon. I've got some microcress, and then I'm going to have my nori, which is going to go around the bottom.
Excellent.
Barry, could you open the oven for me, please? Come on.
Are you done? Have a seat, mate. Relax.
I'm done for 15 minutes, and then I've got to do something.
I like a no-bake cheesecake.
I'll give you a straw. So you'd be forgiven for thinking, oh, it's in the oven now, just takes care of itself. Absolutely not. Cheers, Japan. It's going to cook for 15 minutes, and then I need to lower the temperature down to 140, where it's going to cook for about 45 minutes. And even then, we're still not completely done.
Okay, we need to fix that.
Jay, what are you thinking?
I haven't used enough dough, so it hasn't gone out to the edges of the mould, and therefore what I've ended up with is something that isn't precisely onigiri shaped.
So a half an hour into this video,
Yes.
you're starting again.
Yes, but everything else is ready.
Now moving to the stir fry, chicken in searingly hot pan. I need to brown off my chicken, then in my onions, my 2 tubs of mushroom, edamame, garlic, chili, and then finish with the sauce and the rice.
Today, because timing is everything, especially for Barry's, we're going to judge them when they're ready, not all together at the end.
This is now going down to 140. I'm letting some of the hot air escape.
So is it that goes into the iron-shaped mould? Yeah.
This thing,
nice.
you've got to put that in that, condense it onto the plate,
Yeah.
and then
Omelette over the top.
But the most
Draped.
difficult thing about the omelette is the speed of cooking. But you fold it, don't you?
you have to. It's
specific fold.
you make make scrambled eggs,
Yeah.
turns into an omelette. You then turn that into a calzone, and then you open the calzone.
I actually genuinely understand what you're saying.
This guy's done 388 days of this.
Perfect it.
This was him overcooking it. Like, after 388 days, he's still overcooking it.
Baz, have you seen there's a guy on TikTok?
I've seen this guy, yes.
The world's hardest omelette.
Right,
Come on, Barry. So this is it. This is the moment, right? This is the egg flippy over. And then
first of all, I just have to prep my eggs.
Okay.
Okay, so 3 eggs. Loads will go over the top by straining it to get rid of any impurities and the extra shell to make sure, because what you want is a really smooth finish to the outside. When we do omelettes like here or like the French omelette, it's a bit golden, it's a bit creased. This needs to be completely pure. And you don't want to get too much air into it. Some people also put a splash of milk to slow down the curds cooking too quickly. I've not done this with an audience.
Get back in you.
You want a flavourless oil on top, no olive oil. Your usual kind of like 12-inch pan at home is pretty good, as long as it's got high sides and these bits,
The rivets.
don't get in the way. A higher edge to it there.
Yeah.
It made it a lot easier because a lot of the cooking is done at this angle. That ideally needs to be around 200 degrees, so there should be a shock as it goes in the pan, but then it should equalise quite quickly and not colour too much because I mix it up into
I know we're all
curds.
busy,
Jay!
but I've made triangle croissants.
Wow! I'm going in!
I'm going to let them cool down.
Okay, good. In straight away with chopsticks.
Do they have to be 4 feet long?
These are cooking ones that I've just doing for the first time today with chopsticks. Now you want to tap down to get rid of any bubbles. No, see, this was too hot. This is not quite right. But then you have to do this thing. Just bring it up, and it starts to fold itself very slightly, like clap itself closed. So I want to get into that crease there. Hup, hup,
Or in
hup,
the wrist?
flip. Ah, screwed it. But that's the idea. Right, okay, let's go again.
No pressure, Baz, but you got this.
Yes,
Yes,
Baz.
mate, yes.
The annoying bit is I've got to flip it again because I've got to reverse it back onto the pan. 1, 2, 3. I double flipped it. I double flipped it.
Quick. Yes, well done.
Right, go on, mate. Go on, mate.
Amazing.
Yes.
Come on. Oh, it's a bit too much. Slightly over. I took too much time. I took too much
You got
time.
it. Third time lucky.
Last 3 eggs, Baz?
Yep, last
chance.
This is it. This is the one.
Croissants have come out of the oven. They filled the mould perfectly. They've actually formed pretty much perfect triangles. I just need to trim the edges slightly. They look really good. I need to fill them, but we're not going to know whether these are great until we cut into them and to see if they're cooked all the way through or if they've dried out.
Well done. Get it on, get it on. Yes!
mate.
Yes! Best one, yes!
Beautiful.
Oh, mate, cracking job.
Yes!
Well done.
Get in! Well done! That's brilliant.
So given the timely nature of the dish, I'm going to judge it now, but I'm going to hold back my feedback and summary until the end.
Nice.
I know this doesn't mean anything in terms of judging, but I really like it.
I definitely have thoughts.
Good ones? No.
They look stunning in sexies, Jay.
Wow! You did not. You did that.
It looks like an idea that Jamie would have had, but never have been able to do.
It looks like the emoji of a croissant.
You did it.
It does look slightly AI, doesn't it?
It does, you're right.
The question is, how do the fillings taste? And more importantly, I think, how's the croissant dough cooked in the middle?
When you open it up, it's a sandwich, isn't it?
I've made a tuna mayo sandwich.
You made triangle sandwiches, like off of being 6.
With no crust.
They look the part.
Oh, he's not going to follow that up.
Just one more to try.
This is my Japanese souffle cheesecake.
Whoa.
Oh, nice.
Nice colour on top.
Yeah, it's got the crack and it has deflated. I'm happy it got to this far, but I'm not happy with it.
I have seen so many failures of this. When you bring it out and you
It
just...
goes,
Yeah.
That is
it
impressive.
hasn't run.
It doesn't need chewing, it just needs sucking.
Yeah, it's really, really light.
You're right.
I think you've done a great job. It's a real challenge. Your care and your precision in the folding and your attention to detail with the chopstick and the preparation, the research gets you to something that's absolutely delicious and eats well. I think we'd have all liked a little bit more rise, but it's a challenge.
I think the two issues, the crack and the deflation, were all down to temperature control. So the reason it cracked is because the oven was too hot. So the top cooked before the middle could catch up. Therefore,
Yeah.
as the middle
Yep.
baked, it cracked. And the deflation was letting too much air out of the oven after the cooking before leaving it in there for half an hour.
But it's a fair effort for sure, it's delicious. Which brings us on to your fair effort,
Okay.
which was also down to acute timing. And on your fourth one, you nailed it. Now, I think your first one was so damn close. Then you lost confidence on
Did.
2 and
I
3.
did. I did.
But you pulled it back for 4, which was the best of the lot. That demi-glaze sauce was really powerful, intense, salty, meaty, delicious, with the egg, which was nicely seasoned, helped your rice, which I think was quite under-seasoned.
Okay.
But actually, if you eat it all together, it worked really nicely.
Well done, mate.
More importantly, it was that technique we were looking for, and the cut and the kind of steaming baverse egg inside that was cooked but still loose and no colour on the outside. That you nailed. And Jay, I think out of the 3, yours looked the most impressive, and I think yours looks the best on camera. Probably the least amount of skill, given the recipe you'd chosen and the approach you took. You didn't make the laminated dough, but the fillings were great. I think I'd have liked a bit more filling, just to offset the ratio, but I think that's a subjective thing. I think the shape and the colour and the
presentation,
precision on them
amazing.
and the detail on even the tiny micro crisps on top was very unlike you. But brilliant for it. But brilliant for it.
I tried to lean into my most Japanese side.
I loved this as a process, having to go and deep dive. And I've learned so much through a semi-failure that I just thought this was so enjoyable.
Yeah.
What I enjoyed about it was that I was able to recreate the thing that I had seen. Now, I did it in using a cheat. And what I think that gives me is the inspiration to then try and do it using my own dough as well, because that is another level. And I don't know if I'm ready for that level, but I won't know until I try.
Push yourself.
I had the easiest one. I feel like Like you said,
I think
it
the
was
har-
just
I
3
think the
eggs. I
hardest
could do it
technique-
over and over and over again. You guys can't practice yours over and over again.
But the most chance to practice for sure. I'm going to judge this on research and then application of technique to deliver something that was picture perfect at the end. And whilst it was delicious, I think that puts Mike in third place.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Which brings us on to you two. And I think the winner today has to be the one that I would be most scared of trying and getting right, and that's Barry. I think the technique on that omelette, you had tried, you'd practiced, you'd perfected, and it was damn good.
And there's still a long way to go to get it right. I've got to make another 1,000 omelettes, so sorry, family.
It's all right, you got your pan now.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed that, give the video a like, and if you want to see the normals tackling more like really tricky techniques and getting close to perfection, then comment down below which techniques they should be trying.
Oh, I was hoping it was going to flip it round to the chef.
Yeah.
Or chefs.